Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the top teams for endless difficulty of Orson. So the first team I'm going to show you is Elysion's free-to-play team. It will be using Rainier, who you want to have a Mythic Plus, and it uses Fresto, but it has no twins on it. Real Fresto in front of Ludovic, Illusion to the side, Rainier in front of Odie with the Blade Summon artifact. We're going to do one run of this, and then we will get into the other teams. Now, the other teams will all be using the twins. However, even if you have one copy of the twins, you should try the teams, and they're probably going to be your best option, one of the different teams that we show you. For this team specifically, you'll want to have the Insight Charms onto Ludovic, the Gale Charms onto Odie, the Recovering or Sorcery Charms onto Smokey, and then Sorcery Charms onto Fresto. Should be good. And Rainier Charms hardly matter, and because they are not a good option for one of the bosses where we talked about like Delasa, I would just recommend not really prioritizing getting Rainier's Charms, and he'll do fine without them. Okay, so this team here can hit up to 76 or 77 billion damage with good RNG. We get almost 76 billion with it. However, this will not compete for the top scores of today, because those are all going to be using twins. So next up, we have a great team from Fuchsia. This is a team, even if you don't have Shakir at plus 10 exclusive equipment, you can run this team. Real Fresto in front of Sonya, Illusion to the side, and you can have pink-haired twin on the right and blue-haired twin on the left with Mikola in the corner and Smokey off in the upper right corner. Let's go ahead and watch this run. It's a really good team option if you don't have Shakir built on your account. And as for the charms, Arcane Charms onto Sonya, Twins with the Sorcery Charms. Generally for today, Sorcery Charms on Twins are working for most of the comps. The overall top comp of today, it is kind of debatable whether Eagle or Sorcery Charms are better. We're going to try both and see which one does better. However, for pretty much all of the teams, Sorcery Charms on Twins are going to be optimal. And Fresto will be fine with the Sorcery Charms. Mikola and Smokey, like we talked about, just give them any charm that will give them skill power, like Recovering for Smokey or Arcane for Mikola. And then Fresto, yeah, Sorcery Charms can work. Now, this team can hit up to 90 billion damage with good RNG. Let's see how much we can get. Actually, I think it might even be able to do more than that. Yeah, this is a crazy thing, because this is actually competing with some of the Shakir teams as well. 96 billion damage. Not the overall top ones, which I'm going to show you, but this is not a bad score. This server we're on is incredibly competitive, so even with this score, we're still in the top 38, which is honestly crazy. But look at the Frester's damage. 62 billion damage. Smokey dealing a lot. Sonya dealing a lot. So now we're going to move on to the overall best Harak team with Pheromore in it, and it will be the Real Fresto in the back, Illusion up front, in front of the Smokey. It will be the pink-haired twin on the left and the blue-haired twin on the right. And Pheromore will be next to the blue-haired twin in front of the Harak to buff up the Harak with his attack buff. So as for the charms of this team, I recommend Arcane Charms onto Pheromore and Balance Charms onto Harak, but Butcher Charms also work onto Harak. And for Pheromore, Mystic Charms or even Ruthless Charms can also work. So whichever one you have, you can go for, but I think the overall best would be Arcane on Pheromore and Balance on Harak. That's just my idea, but let's see. That's what we're running right now. And Twins can work with the Sorcery Charms, and Smokey Recovering or Sorcery, and then Fresto Sorcery Charms. So Pheromore is going to get devoured very early on in the fight, but now it will just be up to Harak and the Frestos to carry for as much damage as they possibly can deal. And this team can get up to 113 billion damage with good RNG. But do try different charm options if you have them available to you, and see which one does the best for you. Okay, one more ultimate we need from the Harak. Okay, 109.5, almost 110 billion damage. Not terrible, but like I said, it can get up to 113 billion if you get good RNG and if you're running good charm sets. But I'm pretty happy with that score. There's going to be RNG with any Harak related team, so you're going to have to do multiple runs. And even the top two teams where I'm going to show you right now, they're going to do way better than even the Harak team. However, there is a lot of RNG to them. You're going to have to do multiple runs. Honestly, use all of your runs, probably all 20, to try and get your top score. So first we have Silver's team. This is a great team because it will work at plus 10 exclusive equipment of Shakir or even plus 15. So it doesn't matter which, however upgrade you have your Shakir, just make sure it's plus 10 or above. The twins will work with the Sorcery Charms, blue twin on the right, pink-haired twin on the left, Real Fresto in front of this Shakir, and Smokey on the Stellar Bond. Okay, so this is a very good team, and your charms are going to be pretty self-explanatory. Insight Charms onto Ludovic, Mystic Charms onto Shakir. The twins should have Sorcery Charms for this comp. And then Fresu can be Sorcery, Smokey Recovering, or Sorcery. And now look at the Shakir positioning. He's in the absolute perfect position. The Mystic Charms of Shakir to boost his attack buff is really going to come into play to max out your score. And really, everyone is just in the perfect position possible. Now, Orson can push back your team over time and then remove them from the Lupine's aura buff radius of Shakir. However, so far it hasn't happened, and that is why we're getting such a great score. So this team will take you like maybe 3 runs, 4 runs in order for you to hit the good RNG. So just do keep that in mind. I think we got lucky and we hit it on our first try, and it can get up to over 130 billion damage, which we're hitting right now. But the top score of today is 143 billion. Okay, 140.5 billion damage. That is crazy. And yeah, with better RNG, it can get even higher than this. Both of the top 2 teams I'm going to show you today, they have the potential with Dream RNG to get 143 billion damage on both of them. But this team will work with the Sorcery Charms on Twins. So what I'm going to plan to do is I want to now try the overall top team of today with the Sorcery Charms. Then we're going to try with Eagle Charms, and then we're going to use some skip runs and try to get our overall top record. So here we have the Eagle Charms team. This is only for plus 15 exclusive equipment of Shakir, number 1. Number 2, Eagle Charms seem to be working well here. However, Sorcery Charms can potentially also work, so we're going to have to try that. Real Fresu in front of Shakir. Basically, the positioning is the same. Pink-haired twin on the left, blue-haired twin on the right. The only difference is the Illusion Fresu is in the corner rather than behind the blue twin in this comp. From Frosty's team, we're going to try it with the Sorcery Charms or Twins, and then we're going to try it with the Eagle Charms. But this will only work for plus 15 Shakir, so do keep that in mind. Otherwise, you'll have to run the other team. Okay. So again, you're going to end up in the perfect position. There isn't that much of a difference in regards to that. Now let's just see how high the damage is going to be able to do in this comp. So it will come down to multiple forms of RNG, like the timing of everything is going to come into play. Here, look, Ludovic is going to be pushed back. I believe he's out of range of the Shakir's Lupine's aura here, which is not good. So our damage is going to be very negatively impacted off of that. And then, yeah, and now Ludovic's all the way pushed back. And this is why most likely if you're running this team, probably Sorcery on Twins are not going to be a good choice. However, even if you're running Eagle, there's going to be RNG involved. Like, you're going to have to do multiple runs in order to get a good score. And if you don't hit the good RNG, you're going to get like 10 billion damage lower, like is what we got here, because 143 is the top of today. So now we're going to make the swap to Eagle Charms, and then we're going to keep trying. Okay, guys, we're back with Frosty's team, Eagle Charms on the Twins now. We're going to do a few skip runs, and let's see whether we can hit good RNG, and then we can take a look at the record. Okay, 141 billion damage, a new record on our first attempt. That is really promising, and it is also probably showing that Eagle are going to be better for this specific comp, but let's do more skip runs. We have a lot of runs left. We're going to do like at least 5 skip runs with this team, and then we're going to go back to the second best team. Okay, 142 billion. That is looking promising already. So with that being said, let's take a look at the top scoring replay and see the RNG you need to hit. And I did do like basically 15 runs of this comp, and like half of them got the good RNG, getting 140 plus billion. However, then half of them got 130 billion damage or lower, even with the Eagle Charms of Twins. And so there is going to be RNG involved. Potentially even Sorcery Charms can work on this comp. I'm not entirely sure, but Eagle Charms do seem to make it a little bit more consistent. But taking a look at it over here, look, like Ludovic gets in the perfect position that like when he's bounced back, he's just kind of stuck in between Shakir and Smokey, which means that he's going to be permanently buffed up from the Shakir's aura to maximize your damage, and that is exactly what you want to happen. Now he is going to be pushed behind the Smokey, but he's still within range to receive the attack buff of Shakir, and basically the whole fight, Ludovic is going to be dealing that bonus damage. And that is how we're going to be able to get 142 billion or higher damage. The top we got actually is 142.3 billion damage, but basically almost the same. So overall, hopefully using these teams, you're able to get a top score in the Orson Dream on boss today. But anyway, guys, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching and the support. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video, and I look forward to chatting with you there. But thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.